Greetings. I'm Elder Blacklight, Elder Blacklight, your motivator. Now it's time for us to stop running, ducking, and hiding. It's time for us as a people to put an end to all this torment and death all over the globe, whether it's a black person or people of color, as they say. It's time for us to put an end to our enemy. Stop him in his tracks. I'm using Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman. Now, Muhammad Ali is educated by Allah, Master Farad, Allah in the person of Master Farad, who came to the wilderness of North America July the 4th, 1930, to Detroit, Michigan, Temple number 1, Black Bottom, telling the black man who he is, who he was, and who he will be. George Foreman, he black, but he's educated and stuck into the Caucasians world. So the Caucasians got on the front line of his battlefield black people. So he's using black people as front men for him. So black people is a protective wall, and we call them bootleg gatekeepers. So Ali, knowing this, but see at the same time, Honorable Elijah Muhammad told Ali to quit fighting in the ring and fight behind the pulpit or be a spokesman or a minister. But Ali wanted to get his championship back. So he had to make a choice. But Allah, Master Farad Muhammad, still used Ali to show that he is God. But we still didn't understand it. So we're going to give you some excerpts and show you how the battle went.
Look at this now as they stare. Muhammad Ali beginning to talk to George Foreman. They're really putting the stare on each other. George Foreman has that serious look. Ali definitely talking to him. Look at the stare on George Foreman.
Now, what you have there was a
Ali bouncing around, shifting left.
psychological battle. Now Ali come out first to see if he could show George Foreman he could easily hit him, and also to see if George Foreman could take his punch. George Foreman is physically stronger than Muhammad Ali, and he could take his punch. Plus he's younger. So Ali had to get another strategy. So now he's seeing if he could take George Foreman punches. Now he's seeing that he could take his punches, but his endurance is in question. Because when you brace yourself for a punch, it takes a lot of strength out you. So Ali in the second round is using a different tactic. He's going on the ropes. So he said he planned on letting Foreman punch himself out. So, but he built himself up See, he had a plan A and a plan B. He built his body up to take punches like that. Cause he didn't dance much, so you see, he could have got off them ropes, but he beckoned Foreman at him. He's making him mad too, talking to him, you know, calling them punks and sissies. And George Foreman getting madder and madder. And when you get mad, that take a whole lot of strength out you, whether you know it or not. So you always got to stay calm and cool and collected, and always be thinking past your emotions. So Ali will peck him. He ain't trying to knock him out. He's just trying to irritate him, make him madder and madder. So he come at him with all that stuff. He just wailing away, and Ali ain't going nowhere. See, because Foreman is mad now, and he ain't hitting as hard as he think he hitting. And Ali could take George Foreman's punch. Now we gonna pause it. Now see, Ali is pulling George Foreman all around the ring because George Foreman is off balance. So when he throw a punch, Ali just pull it back his head into the rope. Probably hit his head on the ring post. So we using this to demonstrate the willpower of Allah and the willpower of the Caucasian. Now Allah's working through Ali, and the devil is working through George Foreman. You see, George Foreman, he got the opposite approach. He don't care nothing about his brothers and sisters at this point. Now he might have a different viewpoint now that he fought Ali, but at this point, he just wants the money, and that's it. My main point is this. Ali looked like he's losing because of his strategy. But at a period in time, he's going to get off the ropes. Round 6, George Foreman's getting tired, throwing all them punches, winging them punches, off balance. Ali is just throwing a few punches to keep the referee off of him. This round here, George Foreman just swinging all wild. Ali been resting on the ropes. He's more fresher than George Foreman. This is will against will. Now, it still looks like George Foreman is winging him, but his punches haven't lost his little effect. His punches has little effect on him. See, Foreman just walking to Ali. Boom, 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 knocked him out. Bam.
The importance of prayer and meditation. Focused, directed thoughts. Electrical currents producing a magnetic field which will then in turn influence your environment. Magic. Your ability to influence the environment with your magnetic field. And they make this all spooky. And when I'm talking about magic, I'm not talking about pulling rabbits out of a hat and pulling out flowers and all that. No, I'm talking about the magic that some of our ancestors, when they may have lost the knowledge of self and thought that they had to do all of these rituals and things to influence their environment or to influence another person. I'm talking about that voodoo, that hoodoo, and maybe witchcraft. We talking about spells, charms, and curses, rituals, etc. I bring this up because once our ancestors lost the knowledge of who they were, the knowledge of who we are. They began to mystify and make their powers spooky.
The Born Mastermind goes into a whole lot of scientific jargon, but I'm going to keep it very simple. There's only two powers that we really need to launch our attack on our enemy. It's time for us to quit doing the rope-a-dope and to attack. And that's imagination and willpower. When you use your imagination, you can visualize within your own mind your target. And then your willpower can be strengthened, and you can send your will like a guided missile to your target. Now collectively, when we're in unity with one another, we can send our will power. We could all visualize at the same time who we desire to be our target, and then focus our will. And see, that's how Ali, that's all he was using. He was using his imagination. He seen himself winning the fight, seen himself how he was going to win it, and his will dominating George Foreman's will. We're going to get into this. This is just part one of how to fight.